And we are charmed and dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we are dangerous.
Dangerous.
So you better watch out, okay? And on today's episode, y'all already know what we're gonna be talking about. You can see it from the title. But before we get into it, we would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. We're two besties. We talk about astrology. We talk about fuckboys. We talk about whatever the hell we feel like talking about.
Facts.
So if you can get down with that vibe and our general vibe, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, now onto the video. All right, Sarah. So let the people know how can they win over a Taurus? How should people be dating a Taurus? Okay.
Yeah. I just want to say that, like, I know I got all eyes on me right now because specifically for the Taurus video, I know Tauruses are gonna be watching this.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Y'all think you know me? What do I like? We know you. Trust me.
We know.
We know.
We've dated them. We've befriended them.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
We have some in the family.
Uh-huh.
We know. Okay, so for my number one point on how to date a Taurus, tips for dating a Taurus. How to make them happy. I know, it can be hard. They have that stoic face.
They do.
Number one tip is be reliable.
Yes.
Listen, Taurus to me is the most reliable sign in the entire zodiac, and if they're showing up for you, they're gonna expect that you're gonna be showing up for them. So don't take, you know, your Taurian's consistency for granted, because maybe they'll keep showing up for you for a while even though you don't do it for them. But once they realize that they're not being valued in this relationship, they will look elsewhere, you know? And I feel like the second house rules over Taurus. This is the house of self-worth and self-esteem. So when someone doesn't see a Taurian's value, that's the quickest way that they'll cut you off. You know, they're gonna be turned off. They're like, this is what I bring to the table.
Yes.
This is what I have accumulated in my lifetime. So why is it that you don't see how much I'm worth?
Right.
And why is it that you're treating me the way that I don't deserve to be treated? Once they have that aha moment in their head, it's gonna be really hard to change their mind. And you know, it's really hard to change
their mind anyway, so yeah.
So value them from the start, be reliable, and then maybe you won't have any problems.
Agreed.
Good place to start.
I couldn't agree more. Tauruses are really reliable themselves, so they need somebody who's going to be very reliable for them. So I feel like my first point goes along really well with your first point, which is consistently provide something for your Taurus, okay? Whether that be learning how to cook, or providing something for them like a little gift, like flowers, or whatever it is, whatever your Taurus loves, provide that for them consistently, okay? And the key word here is consistently. I feel like Tauruses are a providing type of sign, and like Sarah said, they know what they bring to the table. You know what I mean? So if you want to be of value in their life, you have to bring something to the table too. And I feel like everyone knows they love their routines and their patterns. So like I said, make sure you are reliable with whatever it is that you're providing with them, or just reliable for them in general, because that's what they really need.
Yeah, honestly, because I feel like they set up their whole life to be reliable, you know what I mean? They have their routine like you said. So if they're with you and they realize that you're the only person that is kind of off in their life, someone that they can't count on, someone that they just don't know how you're gonna move, they are always gonna see you as a risk. And you don't want your Taurus to look at you as a risk, really, because I know how you Tauruses think. You're like, I like a little bit of risky business, you know what I mean? But you know you don't want that long term. You know that stresses you out. You know you want that consistent shit. So why are you pretending that you want people who aren't reliable?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just a phase. You know that's not what you really want.
And I feel like they work so hard for what they have, you know what I mean? And I feel like people can only really bring value into their lives when they bring something else to the table too.
For sure.
Because like they're set, you know what I mean? Like they work really hard for their stuff, so you gotta make sure that you're coming correct and providing something for them too, you know?
I feel like, I mean, I don't want to scare you Tauruses, but I'm sure some of you have already experienced this. I feel like a lot of people view Taurians as someone that they can take advantage of because they see how much they have or what they have going for them, and how this consistency that they've had since they were a kid has built this like successful life for them, you know? So I feel like you also have to be careful of these people who come into your life and who want something that you have, even though they're not providing anything for you. So be aware of those people, because they are leeches and they do see that you've accumulated all these beautiful things, Venus, you know, in your life, and they're gonna want a piece of that. So you have to be careful, you know? Even though it feels good to know that people are always gonna want you, that doesn't mean everyone deserves you.
Right. Like it feels good to provide for your people and for people that you like, but like Sarah said, not everybody deserves that.
Okay, so for my second tip on how to date a Taurus, it's respect their space and their belonging. We all know Taurus loves stuff, you know, that's all I gotta say. They find value in their space and honestly everything that they have accumulated in their life. Their ruler is Venus, so of course they love to feel comfortable and be surrounded by beautiful things that bring them joy. So if you're their partner and you're disrespecting their space, they will feel as though you're disrespecting them. They take it very, very personally. And if you see something new that they have, compliment it. They will probably love that you, being their partner, notice something that they got and that you see the beauty in all the things that they have. Taurus lives for that shit.
Yes.
You know? So
yes.
if you yourself aren't very materialistic, like that's fine, but don't try to judge them or like change their ways. Let them live. Like that's who they are. They love their material possessions. It's what makes them happy. So instead of judging them, compliment them and just be part of their life. You don't have to change who they are.
Right.
You know, Taurus hates that.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen anyway.
It's not gonna happen anyway, but they're gonna be pissed that you tried.
Right. 100%.
It's like, look at, you don't find this beautiful? This is my life's work, my home, everything I've freaking built, bought, designed, you know what I mean? Like they need you as the person they're romantically involved with to see that, you know, and express that you see their shit.
Yes. I honestly feel like it's the cutest thing when my Taurus friends are like, look at this new thing I got, and they're like showing it off to me. I think it's the best. I think it's so cute. I mean, I like to do that too. I don't have any Taurus placements, but I feel like
it's just, it's sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My boyfriend's mom is a Taurus and literally like she gets, I don't care what it is, like the tiniest little thing, she'll be so excited to tell me about it, and I genuinely am excited because we also have the same moon sign, so we bounce off each other when we're talking. But honestly, I can't help but be excited for her because I see how excited she is. It's fun for them to show you the things that they bought. Right. You know? So be about it, and if you're not about it, don't rain on their parade.
And honestly, I feel like it's kind of rude because they usually work hard for the things that they got. You know what I mean? It's almost also kind of like a flex of like, look how hard I worked to get this. Because they won't say like, look how hard I worked to get this, but they are very proud of their items. Yeah. You know?
I feel like also Taurus isn't the type to buy everything. They're very particular about what they invest in and what they choose to buy. So yeah, that's also why it's important for you to be like, oh, I see that new thing that you bought. It's nice.
My second point on how to win a Taurus over is don't push this bull, okay? Tauruses prefer to move slow. They're a slow moving creature, you know? So don't try and push them or rush them to do anything before they are ready. They're not gonna do it anyways, you know what I mean? Like we've said a couple times already. I feel like
it makes them move slower, actually.
No, actually, I feel like
I've noticed it. Like out of spite a little bit. They're like, oh, so you want me to, you're telling me I move slow? I can show you how slow I can move.
Right, this isn't even slow. I was moving at a good, friendly, good pace.
And it's like, you can't even get mad at them because they pretend like that they don't notice it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, they're just so calm. I'm like, are you doing this on purpose?
They don't give a fuck about all of
They're so unbothered. Unbothered queens. They don't care.
Yeah, no, at all. And I just feel like you're not going to be able to really change a Taurus's mind. They are very, you know, strict in their ways of thinking, for one. And I feel like if you convince them like this new place is gonna be the best new place to eat their favorite pizza, or like you're smarter than them and you have this best idea, it's not gonna work. They're gonna like dig deeper into the hole. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. You're gonna turn them off. So don't do it. Patience needs to be your middle name. And if you're serious about them, play the long game. Be patient.
Yeah, honestly.
Because they'll come around if they're really fucking with you.
They do. Just don't think that you can change their mind. I really just want to tell people, this is the main part of this video. Don't think that you can change their mind. Like, I know people always say, when you get into a relationship, fall in love with the person they are. Right. But this is more true for Taurus than any other sign. Because who you meet is who you're going to get. Taurus does not change. You know, they're very, very stubborn. And they're very comfortable with who they are, which is pretty amazing. Like, they are okay being who they are, and they don't need you to tell them how to live their life in any other way than they already are. No. So if you like what you see, pursue it. Like she said, long game, be patient, but don't think you can change them.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Okay, so for my third and last tip on how to date Taurus, I want y'all to let them enjoy their sleep and quiet time. Listen, if you're interested in a Taurus, I hope you love staying in most of the time because, you know, Taurus loves their home and that's what they're going to do. Their home is what brings them the most comfort. And since they worked so hard to make their space a peaceful space, a happy space, they don't really see the point of leaving it. And I kind of get that. It's like, oh, I love it here. Oh yeah, it's because I made it, so I'm gonna stay here. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful, just the way I like it.
Literally, the outside world is a gamble, and for fixed Earth, a gamble does not seem like fun, you know? And Taurus just hates being surprised in general, and they love what they know, which is why they'll often stay in rather than venture out. And don't get me wrong, like Taurus will go out, and Taurus loves enjoying things outside too, but it won't be often. But best believe that when it does happen, it's literally gonna be the nicest spot, the bougiest spot, a spot that they've been to before and that they know and love. And you know, that's because Venus loves splurging. Taurus loves splurging. But it's not gonna be at every little mom and pop shop right here. You know what I mean?
No, for sure not. It's like they make up for all the times they didn't go out by spending like $500 like on a freaking dinner.
Literally.
You know what I mean? So if you're taking also a Taurus out, like make sure you have some dough.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? To treat them out, because the fact that they're even coming out with you right now.
I wish it was like okay for me to just say, don't be broke and try to date a Taurus. But if we want to make it a little deeper, to them, it's not attractive for someone to be bad at finance, someone who doesn't know how to handle their money, someone who is stupid with their money, honestly, because they are so smart with their money and they are really smart with how, you know, they spend their money. You know what I mean? They're really good at that financial shit.
Yeah, because I feel like
really
even though
savvy.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like even though we're joking that like, yeah, they're gonna spend all the money like on this dinner or whatever, it's because they have that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've saved up that money themselves.
Exactly.
So
Taurus isn't the one that's like, oh my god, just bought my EDC tickets. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent this month. Like, no. They don't do that shit unless they know they got like tenfold the amount that they're spending. They smart.
They are.
So you better be too.
You're unreliable. Just like it goes back to our number one point. You're unreliable if you don't know how to spend your money well.
It all comes together.
See?
All right, listen up.
Giving you game right here. My final point is make date nights at home a little special. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody knows Taurians are homebodies, right? So keep the romance alive at home by doing something special when you're staying at home, you know what I mean? On those lazy days. So what I recommend is picking out your shows beforehand, getting your food all ready so it's all set, okay? Put on some sexy PJs, okay? Maybe set the mood, maybe a little candle, okay? Or maybe even whatever the occasion is. Maybe it's like Halloween. Put some cute little Halloween decorations up. You know what I mean?
They love a vibe.
It's a vibe.
They love a vibe.
So set it up and then cuddle with your boo and be lazy because they love that shit. But make it special. Make it cute.
Special.
Because it will be special because they love to stay at home. You know what I mean? And if you can like meet them in their environment, I feel like they're gonna go wild for that shit.
Yeah. I feel like the key is to have them in an environment where they feel comfortable and then have a little surprise in that environment.
Yes.
Don't like take them somewhere where they feel uncomfortable because it's not a place that they've been to before and continue to surprise them because that Taurus is gonna be like, I don't know what's happening and I'll like it. If they're at a space where they feel comfortable, they're open to a lot of new experiences. All right, y'all, thank you for listening to our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment down below with your tips for dating a Taurus. If you're a Taurus, if you're dating a Taurus, if you have a Taurus ex, let us know all the tea in the comments below. But before we end the video, as you guys know, we have a podcast, and if you hear it now,
we got a podcast.
Links are down below, and on this podcast, we discuss a question that relates to our topic. Are you ready for the podcast question?
The people are ready. I am ready.
Okay, so the question is, what is your favorite part about dating a Taurus?
Ooh.
What would be your favorite part about dating a Taurus? We're putting ourselves in the mind of someone who is dating a Taurus. So if you want to hear our answers, you have to listen to the podcast. It's fun. It's late night. It's scandalous. Okay? We love you guys. We're gonna post our socials somewhere over here. Don't forget, we post every Monday and Thursday for YouTube and every Tuesday for the podcast. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.